Top 10 waifu most... Why does my voice sound so deep right now? Top 10 waifu most people would, but I would. Okay, I don't have the slightest of a clue what you're asking me for. Top 10 waifu most people would not hate, would not date, would not like, would not spike, would not cry over, would not die over, would not eat pie over? You're killing me, Smalls, you're killing me. But since I don't have the slightest of a clue what you're asking for, I'm just gonna cover all of the things I said before, but kinda flip it a little bit. Let's just look at waifu that I would not, even if others would. Yup, the title is not a typo. Starting with a waifu I would not hate though most do, and even though I dislike this anime, I do really like one of the characters. The anime and character in question being Darling in the Johns and Ichigo. Now Ichigo is hated by the masses because she was manipulative and appeared as the antagonist for a decent period of time, but that antagonistic outlook that viewers had is only because we are God view watchers. To play Ichigo's advocate, she found meaning in her life through bonding with the MC at a younger age, and so she grew to be fond of him and to develop a crush on him. Of course, when you like someone, you'll want them to prosper. And so that's why when 02 stepped into the scene and partnered up with the MC, Ichigo developed a lot of disdain for her. Why? Because teaming up with 02 was causing an effect called sorification, which was effectively mutating the MC. Ichigo comes across as cold, but she cares about her allies, so when her crush and boy savior seemed to be in danger, she did everything she could to get him away from 02. And now here's why I can't hate her. Most of the hatred for her comes from her being manipulative, sleazy, greasy, and she was fouling for a bit, but those are things she eventually put aside and tried to work on. Though people can't let it go, and so she ends up getting quite a bit of hate still, solidified by when she forced herself on the MC. Now me, bars, I just can't hate her. First of all, I love her design. I was never huge on short hair, but there are quite a few characters that have changed my mind about that. But aside from just looking good, I can't stay mad at her. She was acting out of good faith, at least to some extent. Sure, she may have done some slimy things, but I can look past those things once you take into consideration that she was doing it for his sake and what she thought was right. Plus the fact that she's effectively a newborn when it comes to dealing with emotions and feelings of love. She made mistakes, many mistakes. Things that she'd need a firm rebuking over, but nothing I can't forgive. So while many Darling in the Franxx fans hate Ichigo, I never will. And so a character I'd never date though most would. This is an extremely easy choice for me because it's a character that's highly praised in the anime manga scene. A character that makes up the top 5 of every waifu list, and a character that I just can't stand. Rem. Ooh, she's so selfless, so cute, so precious, so easy to pity. Such a cinnamon roll. Oh, put a sock in it, scumbag. I'm not a Rem hater, but this character is far from something I'd like, and it all begins with first impressions. When I see characters, I look at their designs before how they're written, and there's just nothing about Rem's design that I like, oddly enough. Maid outfits are nice, but for some reason, I just don't like it on her. Maybe I really am a Rem hater because I have no issues at all with Rem. But listen, Rem leaves a bad taste in my mouth for 2 reasons. 1, that scene, and 2, the Rem supporters. You know what I'm talking about when I say that scene. If I was in bro's position and Rem tried to catch me lacking, I promise on everything I love it'd be up for her when I respawned and spun the block. I get it. Rem had a lot of redemption and character building throughout the story, but had it been me in his shoes, Rem wouldn't even live to see the rest of the story. I swear I'd get it back in blood. But that aside, the Rem community has some of the most toxic fans I've ever seen. In their eyes, if you don't love and worship Rem, then you're a brain-melted clown. As someone that doesn't like being told what to do, the toxicity of that group and them trying to force their ideals on me is more than enough to make me do the exact opposite. So no, it doesn't matter what the circumstances were, I would never date Rem. And I like keeping my videos shorter, but I'm kinda dragging this, so let's move a little quicker through the rest of these, cool? Who would I not like even though a lot would? Kugisaki Nobara. Alright, I know, this is a surprising pick. If you know me personally, then you know that after the GOAT of curses, Nobara is an easy 2nd place, and the number 3 place is very far off. But the simple explanation for this selection is just that I would really not get along with her in real life. And a lot of people are distracted by the fictional side of things, so they don't even consider that a person like this in real life would not be very well enjoyed. You can respect someone without liking them, and of course I'd respect their independence, strength, confidence, immovable attitude, but once pride becomes arrogance, I'm pulling out. Not what I meant by pulling out, cause I ain't pulling out. I know that she's got a sweet and caring side to her, but it's severely overpowered by her brash side, and that's a lot of hassle just to get 30 seconds of affection. So yes, I love Nobara as a character, but if this were real life, consider me and her getting along a burned bridge. Our personalities are fire and water, and although I could respect and appreciate her from the sideline, I would not like her, and thus I wouldn't go out of my way to meet her. Simple as that. I don't even think this should be talked about on YouTube, but you know how we roll around here on the Blazerson channel, and if you don't, then sub up, because now you do. A character I would not spike is Kana from Fairy Tail. I don't think anybody would spike her unless they're scum of the earth, but I'm in too deep in this video and I needed someone to mention here because I'm not just gonna, you know, edit it out. So, Hex Biscuits? Alright, we're moving along. Sakura isn't a character I dislike. Now that being said, I don't like her either, and I've tried so hard to like her, but I just can't do it. I really want to consider her an equal route candidate next to the other two, but I just can't do it. She's a girl that struggled, went through trials and tribulations with her own family being the primary cause of everything she went through. Face me, I'll make sure the world ends with you. And she suffered tremendously, but I still can't feel for her for some reason. It makes just as little sense to me as it does to you why I can't like her. Through all her pain, I still can't cry for her. There are plenty out there who would extend her an olive branch or be there for her, but me personally, I just can't feel sad for her. I sound like a dirtbag or like I have no compassion, and that's just not true. There's just really something about Sakura that throws me off, and it's been like that since the moment I got into Fate. No real explanation and no real way to change my mind about it. No matter how much pain this girl goes through, I just can't cry. Yo, that's a W quote. I just can't cry. Nah, that'd sound hard in the right setting. Who would I never die over? Yeah, any of the Akame got killed cast? Not Akame, not Chelsea, not the rest of them, none. Especially not Esdeath. Yeah, you heard me, fat boy, not Esdeath. I'm not sticking my neck out for anyone in the AGK cast because I never felt connected to a single one of them. In 3 watches, I have still failed to grow any attachment to a single character in this verse. I know that pretty much everyone can get bodied in this verse, but that's their problem, not mine. The anime community has a lot of simps for members of this cast, but I'm certainly not one of them. If they go down, I wouldn't even bat an eye. So for me, I would not die over these characters. And this last one, I only brought this up at the start because it rhymed, but I'm gonna cover it anyway because I would never eat pie over Itsuki. My second favorite Quint, and arguably the best girl in the show. Yup, even over Nino, I said it. So I wouldn't dare eat pie over her, literally or figuratively. I would not eat a pie while looming over here because the crumbs may send her into a blind rage and end up getting myself killed. And I also would not eat a pie presented before the both of us without letting her get first dibs on it because she's too adorable to take from, too well-mannered to dig in without my approval, too shy to ask me if she can have first crack at it, and too sensitive to make her upset by not letting her have it first. Baby Quint has a gargantuan appetite, and I would never cross the line of eating before she gets to try the pie. Oh my gosh, bars! No one hurts Itsuki, not even Itsu me. I was trying to rhyme again, can I please stop? And there you have it, top waifu I would, because I still don't know exactly what the commenter was asking for, but hey, here you go. Comment more video ideas. I'm gonna catch y'all boys and girls in the next one, alright? We out this piece. Yup.